Hey there, guys and gals, the Introverted Bull here, and today, this is going to be part 2 of the top 6 scrapped albums that we all want to hear so badly, and I'm sorry if I wasn't able to finish, part 2, the first episode off. It's basically because I didn't have much time left, in my video section when I'm recording it, there's usually a little timer for how long the video is going on for, and usually a minute mark when it has to end, and so it had to end at 12 minutes, so I couldn't exactly finish it, and so yeah, and I'm basically recording the video right now, and I have to finish it because I'm going to go on a walk with my dad soon at around 4 o'clock, so I have to put something out really quickly. But yeah, today we're going to be looking at number 2, which is Cricket and Clover. We're kicking off right where we left off with the album Cricket and Clover by Panic at the Disco. Now, for those who don't know, Panic at the Disco are a well-known rock band. They were originally consisted of Ryan, John, and Brendan and Spencer, but now they consist of Brendan, Mike, and Nicole and Dan. And as of right now, they're on a bit of a hiatus, and but we're going to talk about their album Cricket and Clover. And how did this album come about was basically around October of 2006. It was around the time when the Fever You Can't Sweat Out tours were coming to a close, and Ryan Ross, the ex-member, was basically writing down new lyrics for the second album, Cricket and Clover. And it was basically supposed to be this sort of Beatles 2000, or at least that's what Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy described it as. It was supposed to be a, like a Beatles 2000 type of thing, and it was actually going to be recorded in a cabin album, an old ski lodge, actually, just outside of their home from Las Vegas, and they ended up spending around 3 months in there, basically writing, putting instruments together, and they ultimately ended up becoming way too much in the end, so they ended up scrapping the record, and so several months later, in September of 2007 to early March, they ended up creating the record that they were ultimately proud of in the end, that being Pretty Odd. And so yeah, Cricket and Clover was ultimately scrapped, and several songs never made it onto the album, and as for where the album went was a bit of a mystery up until Brendan Urie, the frontman, actually revealed where the cabin album is, and I'm going to show you a clip of it right now, and it was on Instagram Live as well, so I'm going to show you a clip of it right now.
Do I still have anything from Cricket and Clover? The Cabin album? I don't have that stuff, but we have it on a hard drive, yeah.
So yeah, that is what has happened. So yeah, Brendan Urie basically said, someone asked him if he had anything left of Cricket and Clover, to which he responded that he had it, that it was somewhere on a hard drive. So yeah, that is pretty much what has become of the remains of Cricket and Clover. And also, a song that was supposed to be on the Cricket and Clover album was a song called True Love, or at least I think was supposed to be on an album, or at least I think it was supposed to be on the album. Ended up appearing at a live performance, and also, I figure I'd tell you what Cricket and Clover was supposed to be about. Cricket and Clover was basically supposed to be about the doomed love affair between the two titular characters, Cricket and Clover, and it was supposed to be like sort of a story album, and while having sort of a Beatles 50s, 60s sound. And also, around 2017, John Walker, another ex-member, had revealed 3 demos of Cricket and Clover's songs that might actually get released very, very soon. But as of right now, not much really has become of this album, and the album will most likely remain this way forever. And for those who are wondering where I got all this information from, I got it off of this video right here, titled The Mystery of Panic at the Disco's Cricket and Clover. And also, the user who made this video was actually none other than the same guy who made the Lost MCR songs that I showcased in the last video. So yeah, do check that video out, and do check out the Lost MCR songs if you want to know more about it. But yeah, in the end, I'm glad that, I am kind of sad that Cricket and Clover was never made, because it sounds like it could have been a really awesome album, but in the end, we don't get what we always wanted. Number 1, Cigarettes and Valentines by the band Green Day. Now, Green Day are a band that I'm not really that familiar with. Now, Green Day is a band, yeah, like I said before, like I just said a few seconds ago, derp. It's a band that I'm not really into. I mean, unlike, say, Water Parks and Weezer, I have actually listened to some of this band's music, particularly from the American Idiot era, and I have given a few of their songs from Father All, their new record that came out earlier this year, a chance. So, yeah, I definitely know a little bit more Green Day knowledge, but not really a huge hardcore fan, like, say, some of the others. And now, back in 2000 and back in 2003, back in July of 2002, Green Day were making a record called Cigarettes and Valentines, and this was intended to be released in 2003, and they were actually almost halfway done with this record, but the master tapes were stolen. This is actually a pretty well-known case, I think. I'm not sure. But regardless, the master tapes were stolen, and so instead of re-recording the tracks, they just decided, you know what, let's just, let's just go and recreate another record. And that record ended up becoming American Idiots, which blew Green Day to whole new levels worth of fame. But eventually, they did manage to find some of the tracks, and actually, and according to Rock Sound here, and a handful of the original tracks got a reworking and were released as B-sides on American Idiot, as well as a part of the album tray from the Uno, Dos, and Trey trilogy that they had at one point. And the master tapes and as of recently as November of 2016, Green Day frontman Billie Joe Armstrong confirmed that the master tapes are being used on new songs, and then the band has no release of ever releasing the album as a full-on album, and it's actually been kept in a vault, in the Green Day vault, and they actually have said something about the vault, which I'll play a clip of it right now. This video is courtesy of Grunge. Wait, hold on.
Actually, the master tapes were recovered, but Green Day has yet to release those recordings in their original forms. Billie Joe Armstrong told NME that they still have the tapes in the band's vault, but those tracks might never see the light of day. Bassist Mike Dirnt elaborated.
There's always a lot in the vault, but we tend to look forward rather than, reaching back.
However,
So yeah, that is they have confirmed it, but there are actually a few songs that have been released to the public. For example, a live version of the title track, Cigarettes and Valentines, as well as another track called Youngblood. But those are pretty much the only songs that have ever been released from Cigarettes and Valentines. But as for the rest of it, it will forever remain a mystery, and we might never know where they are. So yeah, that's my entire list. This list has been a long time making, and I am very proud of it, although I will admit that I was a little bit unprofessional, especially with this video that I'm currently making right now. But overall, I'm so proud of it, and my next video will be the top 7 band members that got kicked out of bands for strange reasons, which is another list I've been wanting to make since September of 2019, and you guys shall see that very soon. But other than that, I hope you somehow found enjoyment in this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!